Hey everybody. Oh, I'm live. At least it says I'm live. Good morning. Good morning. Let me just make sure everybody. Oh, yeah. And my sound is on. It's going to be a good day. I'll just wait for you guys to pop on. Okay. Okay. Just waiting to see people come on. It takes at least a minute or so. So someone's over on my Facebook, but I can't see who it is. It's just a Facebook user. If you guys are over on my Border Buddy Hangout, you have to give permission for a StreamYard to see your name. Just during the live. After the live is over, I can see all your names. It's kind of a weird thing. But anyway, so who's ever watching me on Border Buddy Hangout, hello. Hi, Mo. Mo is watching. It's only 10:01, so we gotta just wait a second here. And I usually give it like 2 minutes minimum. Hi, Elaine. Good morning. Two of my favorite people. Good morning. Hi, Kathleen. Okay, we're all popping on. That's great. Kathleen's over on YouTube, so that's fun. If you guys want to watch me on YouTube, it's Stamp Crazy with Allison. That's my YouTube channel. And you can subscribe to my channel, and so you'll get notification over there. Okay. If you want, just looking over to see what's going on over there. My screen where I can see your names is over to my right, so that's where my eyes are always going over there. Okay, so we're at 10:02, and we will get started shortly. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Halloween. I should have worn my witch hat. Oh well. It's a beautiful day here. Crispy. So frosty, but it's not raining, and it's not going to rain on the kids. So my kids grew up having to wear garbage bags over their costumes, but not this year. You can wear something warm underneath. So that's fun. All right, you guys, it's 10:03, and we're going to get started. So good morning. I'm Allison Sullivan, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada, which is a suburb of Vancouver, only about 20 minutes outside of Vancouver. So welcome to all of you wherever you're from. And on Sunday mornings, I do a card based on an exclusive sketch. Now, a sketch is a layout that you can look at the layout, and it's got dimensions on it, and you can start applying your own DSP, designer series paper, or cardstock, or anything you want based on that layout. Any stamps, any colors. And I love it, especially if I get kind of stuck in my mojos, I think, oh gosh, what am I going to do? I usually go to a sketch or a layout and start there. Now, with sketches, you can do them exactly like they're presented, or you can use them as a starting point and then start switching it up. It's just a place to get going. Okay, so, oh, hi, Jacqueline. Good morning. Good morning, Keisha. Okay, so let's go over to my workstation and let's get started. So here is, I'm just going to move my comments, my iPad, so I can see what you're saying. Okay, so here's the sketch today. This is a great sketch. This is a sketch that's easy, and it's so great to use with so many different things. I think it's a very simple sketch, but it's also a very duplicatable one, especially if you're doing a lot repetition, maybe Christmas cards or getting a stack of birthday cards ready. So anyway, this is our sketch for today. And as always, you guys, after I finished my live, I upload my live to my YouTube channel, and then I include it in my blog post for today. So on Sundays, my blog post goes up after lunch, after I get a chance to upload the video as a reminder of what we've done. Okay, so I started with a stamp set, and I wanted to use Season of Fun. And we used this, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but isn't it sweet? So sweet. I love it. It's free. I know, it's like free. What? It's free because when you make a purchase of $200 or more, or you gather enough orders from friends perhaps, and go over $200 total, you can earn this one for free. It's so, so cute. It's got image of a little boy in the leaves with his cat. We've got, perfect for today, we've got the Halloween, right? We've got the little dog. I think this dog is adorable with his little tongue hanging out. We've got these smaller images, so snowflakes, and we can put leaves falling and stars. And then we've got this little girl. This is the one that we did last week, which I probably should have had to show you, but I have no clue where I put it. Anyway, this is the one we used last week. She is super cute, pulling her little Charlie Brown Christmas tree, I call it. Hi, Lynn. Yes. Oh, and Kathleen, when I was talking about Halloween and my kids having to go out with garbage bags over their costumes, and that this year that won't be the case, Kathleen is saying that sometimes some years her kids had to wear snowshoes. Wow. Yeah. And I grew up in Ontario, and we would wear our coats under our costumes sometimes because it's so cold, right? Okay. So that's the stamps that I started with. Then I thought, okay, which am I going to do? Well, I've done her, and I thought Halloween was a bit late. So I thought, let's do the leaves because it's perfect for a fall card or a fall birthday, right? Okay. So then I thought fall, what colors go nicely with fall? So I thought bumblebee. I love bumblebee. And then I thought, well, Cajun is very much the color of leaves. And then let's have a pop of bright. So this is cherry cobbler. So those are all what I consider fall colors, right? Greens would be good too. Okay, so that's where I started. So you can see that I've got my full card, and then I've cut my 2 by 5.5 and my 2 by 3 3/4 and my 2 by 5.5. And then I've got a focal point that we'll work on later. All right, so let's get started on this card. So the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to emboss the front of this card. So I grabbed the Meadow Moments embossing folders. Have you guys seen these? These are from the regular annual catalog. You get 2 folders. One has flowers and butterflies, and the other one has leaves, like falling leaves. And I thought, well, that would be perfect for my leaf card, right? Okay. So then I thought, well, it's not big enough to emboss the whole card front at the same time. So what I did was I grabbed my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the big one, which I never bring on my lives because it's just too big to get on my counter here. Well, it's not too big to get on my counter. It's too big to get in the shot and have you see what I'm doing. So that's why I don't usually bring it. But you guys know how to emboss. So I just put it along the top, and then I opened up my card and ran it through. And then I lowered this down to the bottom, and then I ran it through again. So I had a strip here and a strip here. And this is what it looks like when you do that. Okay, well, help if it was going the right. Well, I guess you can have emboss or deboss, whatever you like. Yeah, okay. So that's what it looks like once you've done that. So I've got this strip in the middle that's got really nothing on it, but that's okay because don't forget, this is going to go over the top. Okay, and then this piece. All right. But then I thought, well, I think this would be nice embossed. So we'll do that. And the great thing about this, of course, is that it fits in the folder perfectly. So I'm going to grab my mini cut and emboss. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. Yeah, they're perfect colors for the fall, aren't they? But you could use green. That would be any color, any shades of green. Because let me just make sure you can see that. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. Now, I don't do much embossing on my little guy. So then I had to go and look at the plates, and you have to look at the plates, make sure you're using the right thing. So for the purposes of this, we want to use number 1. Okay, let's see here. Number 1. Number 1 is this white one. Okay, that's the one we want to go in first. Then we want our embossing folder and our cardstock. And then on top, we want number 3. Now, when I was doing this yesterday, I thought, is this right? But it is. Yeah, I grabbed it and went through. So just look at, if you're not sure which plate to use, just look at the actual plates. They'll show you or tell you what the sandwich is. Another great feature. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. I am going to need my embossing cut and emboss machine in a minute, but I can set it aside for now. Okay, so then I've got my all my little pieces here. Okay, so that's kind of where I've gotten to. All right, I'm going to set that aside and let's get some stamping done. So let's bring in Memento. And I told you that I was going to be using this stamp here, the little guy with the leaves. Okay, now you can put labels on the back, or you don't have to. I use the labels all the time if it's a word, because I want to be able to see where I'm placing it. But a lot of times I don't add the labels to the back of stamps. It doesn't matter about the placement. It's a personal preference, so do whatever works for you. Okay, now it would help if I had some white cardstock, which I know I did. Here it is. Whew. All right, so I've got this little piece here that'll fit my image. And I'm going to use the Tuxedo Black, the Memento. Reason, because I'm going to be using Stampin' Blends. And I want to use an ink that works with them. Now, I just re-inked this, you guys, so I really hope it's not too juicy. If it is, I'll have to be a lighter touch. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. All right. Okay, now you can color this with pretty much anything. You can use our watercolor brushes with the ink, our classic inks. You can use watercolor pencils. You can use our Stampin' Write markers, but I'm going to use the blends because that's my preferred coloring medium. So here we are. And look at all these beautiful colors. You know what I do, you guys? Excuse me. I just grab a whole bunch of colors. And even if I don't use them all, I just grab them and lay them all in front of me. Okay. So let's grab a piece of scrap paper. She says, here's a piece here. Okay. All right. So here's my little guy. And let's just start coloring. Now, it's not a lot to color, but the leaves are a lot to color. So what I did, I just grabbed my leaf, the colors I wanted to use on my leaves, and I just colored every so often. Does that make sense? So just randomly added some colors. I'm going to try and talk at the same time that I'm coloring, which could be a disaster, but let's try it. When I was a kid in Toronto, you could rake the leaves and jump in them. I don't know if my father thought it was a good idea that we were jumping in them, but you could rake them into a big pile and jump in them, and that was kind of fun. That's not really something we or my kids could do in Vancouver. By the time the leaves fall off, the rain comes, and then you're just jumping into a pile of wet leaves, not fluffy, brittle, crunchy leaves. Alrighty. And of course, growing up in Toronto, there was a lot more leaves that were kind of conducive to that. Maple trees, poplars, things like that. All right. So started. Now we just keep going. Just pick another color. How about we do red? Because red
is a color that all leaves are in the fall. Beautiful. We used to not get as many changes in our season either here. I don't know about my other friends on the call that are from Vancouver, but we didn't really get a lot of leaves changing, not like the gorgeous leaves that you see changing back home for me. However, in the last several years, maybe it's just we're planting different kinds of trees, but I found that we are getting a lot more color changes, mostly yellows and reds, but not quite as spectacular, but pretty close. I'm going to color some of these green because some of them they fall when they're green still. So that was real red. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, how about Cajun? Cajun's a bit like my pumpkin, so I don't think I'll put too much on because I've added quite a bit of pumpkin. How about some brown? Because sadly, some of them fall and turn brown before we miss them and they're not red anymore. Did anybody else's kids go out and collect leaves and then, what do you call that? Where we press them between wax paper? Do you guys remember doing that? I used to do that with stuff. Hi, Kim. Who else did that? Anybody? Come on. Everybody did that, right? I'm not the only one who did that. I know I'm not. I don't know why we did it. We used to put it between a book and flatten it, but it was wax paper, and then we'd have this leaf. I don't know why we did it. I think probably for a school project. I'm going to color in my little kitty cat just because I don't want her to get lost in the leaves. That's just the light smoky slate. I'm going to just add a little bit of dark just as a highlight. And then remember when you're blending, you can just go back in and go over and blend the whole thing together. And then when it dries, you'll see that definition. Okay. I might as well, since I'm here, I think I'm going to color in my boots. I think that'll be great too. How's everybody doing? Oh, Wanda pressed leaves and pansies. Yes. Pansies, yeah. Roses sometimes, right? I think so. All righty. Have I got most of my leaves? Not really. What else can I add? I need a lighter color. How about we go with light pumpkin? See how that is. Yeah, that's good color. So I'm just going to really quickly finish this off. I'll show you my original card that I took a little bit more time on. I'm kind of rushing this, aren't I? Because who needs to see me color in? I don't know how many leaves there are here. Quite a few. This is quite relaxing if you weren't on a live. So don't let it turn you off thinking, oh man, I don't want to color all that. When you're actually coloring just for yourself, it's very relaxing. At least it is for me. And the thing to learn too is that, you know, sometimes you're doing something and you think, oh, I don't like that. If you keep going, a lot of the times you'll start to like it. I think that's what we do. We give up and we think, oh, I don't like this. This looks awful. But also the great thing about working with blends is that you can keep blending and blending, and you can actually improve something that you think was a dead loss if you just keep going. I don't think I said at the beginning, but the reason I've got a piece of scrap underneath me is because they're alcohol inks. You can see that they bleed through to the other side, as they should. I think I just put the paper there just so in case, right? You just want to make sure that you don't damage a surface underneath. And I will add a little bit of green leaves because in Vancouver, we tend to have green grass in the winter and brown grass in the summer. It's kind of a reverse phenomenon. All right, I think that's good. I think I've got most of it. I might have missed something, but I don't think so. All right, so let's go ahead and color him in. So I've got, I don't want dark crumb cake. How about light crumb cake? And I didn't want to use too many different colors. Like I could have added, you know, blues or something else. But I wanted to keep it to those fall colors that we've been using. And I'm just going to color my stripes. If you've never used Stampin' Buns before, which I'm sure most of you have, there is a brush end and a what I call a bullet end. So you use whatever works for you. I find the bullet is good for little surfaces. Okay. We go. And again, go in there and blend that together. Go right over it with the lighter version. They come in packs of 2, which is great because you get the light and the dark. So you get some ability to blend. And when that dries, you'll see more definition. Okay. Now his shirt, I think we could use, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, let's use this. This is Light Poppy Parade. Okay. I'm going to use the bullet end. Concentrating, you guys, because oops, went over, but that's okay. No big deal. Okay. And then oh, his little stripe here. Okay. And his collar, I think his collar will just go with the light crumb cake. Okay, and then pants. How about Cajun Craze pants? This is light Cajun Craze, in case you're wondering. And it's hard to communicate with you guys while I'm also coloring. So I will look up in a second, see what people are saying. No one's saying anything. You're all watching. What you gonna do next? Okay, so petal pink. I'm gonna just color his features with petal pink and his hands. Lots of different colors you can use for skin tone. And I'm just going to add a little bit. He's outside and it looks like it would be a beautiful day to be in the leaves. So let's give him a little bit rosy cheeks, and that's just with the dark petal. Okay. And I think we're good. I think I've got everything. That's a little flap of his hat. I think that's good. Just going to add this one here I missed. See all these little leaves and you think, oh, missed one. This is kind of one here. Yeah, I think that's good. One over by the kitty. All right, I think that's good. I think that's all the bits. So let's move our Stampin' Blends over. And then here we go. And our sketch. So this is the sketch so far. We've got our embossed piece, we've got our layer, and then we've got our next embossed piece. And then this is going to be the focal. So you do not have to use a round. You can use whatever you like. You can make them square or whatever you like. You don't have to stick to the sketch, remember? But I liked the round, so I grabbed my Layering Circles dies, which you get, gosh, is it 16? Yes. So you get 8 scallops and 8 circles. Ooh, that's a lot. And I grabbed this one here, which is from edge to edge. It's about 3 1/8. So it's perfect to fit in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So let me grab the plates I use for that. I use a 3 on the bottom, followed by a 2, followed by my image and my die. Okay. Oh, I'm doing this left-handed too. Wow. Followed by my second number 2. Okay, and now we're just going to run that through. Okay. All right. Bring in our little bits and bobs. Now, I also wanted to get some ribbon, so I'm using the Bumblebee, and this is the gingham ribbon. So cute, from the annual catalog. It is 1/4 inch, so it's perfect. So what I'm going to do is glue this piece to this piece. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Oops, get my trusty white glue going here. Here we go. So remember, don't go right to the edge, and just add a very thin layer, and then eyeball the center of this. Okay, that's about right. Okay, looks good. And then I want to wrap some ribbon. Now I could just make a big bow and glue it on, but for this one, I'm just going to wrap some around my middle piece. Let me make sure I'm in screen. Yep. So I leave it on the bolt, you guys. I just find that I don't waste as much if I do that, and that should be good. And there we go. And tie a bow. Okay. And then you can always move it around, right? You can always move it before you glue everything down. So I want a bow, but not a humongous bow, but big enough. So I think that looks good. Where are my fantastic ribbon scissors? Here they are. Okay. I must snip those off. And I'm just going to bring this and cut that a little bit shorter. You don't want it quite as long as your loop. Okay, so that looks pretty good. But I'll test it by getting my image. And where's my image going to go? Well, my image sort of in the middle. So maybe... So this is where you can just play around, right? Just play around until you're happy. And, oops, get that a little, there, that looks good. And now I'm going to put that on the front of my card. Okay, I can't believe that tomorrow is November. Yowzers. I don't even know what to say about that. It's just crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. All right. Good? I think that's good. And then I could cut a scallop out, right? But I thought that was just too much. So I'm just going to pop my little figure up here. And for this piece, 4 should do it, but I am actually going to put 1 in the middle. That'll kind of keep it steady on the ribbon too. And then it won't sag in the middle. All right, so here we go. Okay. What do we think? Kind of cute. Hi, Sharon. Oh, Jacqueline, you don't have those embossed leaves? Oh, I love it, because not only is it the leaves, but you get this. This one's really pretty. Let's see if I can see if you can see that. Can you see that? No, but it's butterflies and leaves and flowers, and it's so pretty. It's called Meadow Moments. Love it. All right, now just to completely finish this off, let's add some matte decorative dots. This is in the mini catalog. Now, I don't always do this, but kind of a rule of thumb that's kind of good is if you have something soft and something hard. So we've got the soft, beautiful ribbon or twine or whatever's soft. And then just by adding some rhinestones or some other embellishments that are hard as opposed to soft, you just get that contrast, which is nice. So these colors are perfect for fall, right? Love this. So let's grab a red one. Now, these are also different sizes, but they're also, can you see that some of these are like a graduate the color? Oh, I can't even think of the word. You guys know what I mean. Where you get one color and then they just mute down to another. So different hues of the color, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I like this green. I'm going to grab a green. And whoops, put there. And then how about a yellow? There, put that. So I think that looks pretty good. Then, of course, I'm kind of addicted to Wink Stella, as you guys know. So I'm going to add Wink Stella, but just to some of my leaves. You can get carried away. This morning when I looked outside, the grass was all frosty. I've decided that the fall is one of my favorite times of the year. I don't know why. When you get a crisp, sunny day, I don't think you can beat it, really. I don't love when it gets super hot. Okay, so just added some Wink Stella there. All righty. Ombre. Thank you, Mo, my sister. Yeah, the word just was on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Kathleen's going to do the Halloween image. Here she is. And she's going to stamp them, color them, and then wrap them around the chocolate bars that she's got set aside for her granddaughters when they come by to trick or treat. You've got enough time to do that. Yes, you do. Okay. So again, you guys, let's look back at our sketch. Here we are. And you can see how simple that is. And if I could find the card that I did last week, which would be so awesome, wouldn't it? I would show you, but I don't know where it went. But you can see it on my blog. Nip over there. I did the little one with, here it is. This is the one I did last week or the week before. I also used a sketch, not the same one, but super, super cute. And if you like coloring, this is so fun. And I love the characters. I like their faces. Sometimes Stampin' Up's images and faces, I'm not a fan of. Sometimes they scare me, to tell you the truth. But I love this artist because I think they look really super cute. Okay, so let's come back over and see what everybody's doing. All righty. Hi, guys. I'm back. Oh, thanks, Marilyn. It's a cute set. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, you weren't sure you liked it? Yeah, it's so cute. And the embossing folder is fantastic. So let me just remind you guys, where am I going to find this stamp set? Okay, so back over. Sorry, I'm going to show you where to find it because I think sometimes we lose these things. We think, where is that? So at the back of every catalog is a section called Host. Okay, and here it shows you the rewards that you can earn by being a host. Okay, so sometimes people know that, oh gosh, once I get to $200, I get $20 and I can buy whatever I want or pick whatever I want. But there are exclusive products that are only available when you spend $200. And in the back of the mini are two of them. One is called Amaryllis Abloom, which is also very pretty. And the other one is Seasons of Fun, which is the one we use today. Now, it says here on the Seasons of Fun, it says it's a $27 value because if you could purchase this stamp set, which you can't, but if you could, it would be $27. But when you're a host and you've got $20 to spend, you can pick this and it's going to, out of your rewards, it's going to cost $16. You're not going to pay for it. It's going to come out of those free rewards that you've earned. And that would leave you $4 to pick and, add some dimensionals or my favorite, liquid glue, and you've got your $20. So really, really sweet. Or, make sure you add in your order some Stampin' Blends too if you like to color with the Stampin' Blends. Okay, so that's how you earn it. Okay, you guys, let's see. I think I got everybody today. Thank you so much for coming, and thanks for I didn't go live on Wednesday. I normally go live Wednesdays and Sunday, but I just needed a break. Sometimes you just need to take a break, right? And so I talked to my boss and she said, okay, you can have the day off. So I actually took Wednesday off just for me and did some things, and it was fun. And it just kind of energizes you, right? And fills you up because you can get so
focused on getting everything done. So thanks for understanding that I wasn't live on Wednesday, but I will see you this Wednesday. So that's 3 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday. And I don't have a specific theme on Wednesdays. I just do whatever I like. So I don't know what I'll do yet. All right, you guys, thanks so much. Glad you liked the card. And stay tuned for my blog post, which will come in about an hour over on my blog, Stamp Crazy with Allison. So thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful day and happy Halloween. Don't let anybody trick you today, okay?